You may have seen this as a 1-minute video, but here it is in real time. Let's get into it. I'm going to start with a cross. Now from each of the ends of the cross, I connect them. This will make a kite shape. From there, I'll do a large circle. When we did the horse, this was the nose, but for the goat, this is going to be the mouth. I'm going to draw really small eyes. You don't have to worry too much about the exact sizes. You can change these later. Now under the eyes, you're going to do this curvy line. Notice how it kind of bends out for the cheek and then back in toward the mouth. And do the same thing on the other side too. Just above the end of that line, using that circle as a guideline, draw a U shape. It goes right to the end of that kite. And underneath that, you're going to draw another little U shape. That's the top lip and the bottom. Now I'm going to rough in a very light circle here. That's where I'm going to be putting my nose. I'm going to color it in later, but for now, we'll just put a V and then make the ends of that V just a little bit thicker. That's going to hint at nostrils. Add a small line underneath. Now let's pop back up to the eye. Draw a C shape. Now start coming up to the head. This is all going to be hair, so the shape isn't really super important. Just kind of make a jagged line and then back down on that C shape again. Now it's time to set the position of the eye and the size too. Just follow the inside of that circle and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so we'll trace a darker line now for the eyeball. And goats have horizontal pupils. You can color those in. That's pretty cool. I think that helps them see the ground better. I don't know though. Okay, from there we'll go to the ear. This one's a little tricky. So start with a big curved line, and then just under the eye, we're going to draw a diagonal line. And it gets a little wavy toward the end. Connect it, and another curved line underneath. You can draw exactly the same thing on the other side, or you can mix it up a little bit. I kind of have this banana shape on this side, with another little bump. Okay, over to the horns now. They're fairly simple. It's just a big kind of C shape or mountain shape, whatever you want to call that. And another one on the inside. Notice that the horns aren't really pointy. They're slightly rounded right at the tip. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Draw these curved lines all across the horns. They're slightly curved, and that kind of shows the direction. Okay, let's put some details in. This is going to be hair. You're going to put in some very light, short lines down that nose line. You can kind of cover the whole face here. Draw another line under the eye and color it in. Very, very lightly color in the whole eye there. And do the same thing on the other side. And add some more hair down that side of the nose and the side of the head. We're going to be shading this in a moment, so you don't have to worry too much. I'm going to add some hairs all the way down the middle of the head and some longer hairs on that top part of the kite. Okay, let's put some chin whiskers in now and add these 2 lines around the nose and some more little hairs around the top lip. With the side of your pencil, very, very lightly shade on both sides of the nostril just to indicate that nose. Okay, now let's draw the goatee. It's just wavy lines. We'll put some short hairs on the ears. You don't have to cover all of the ears, but just make some indications. Okay, now we'll move to the shading part. We'll shade the bottom of the mouth. The whole idea of the shading is to give the goat some volume. So we're going to shade the sides of the head because the light isn't coming from a specific direction in this case. So shade both sides, underneath the ear, and down the side of the nose. And you can very, very lightly shade the sides of the horns too. This will give them that rounded look. I'm going to take an eraser now and just erase some of those guidelines. And one more time, I'm going to go over the shaded areas with the side of my pencil to make things a little bit darker, give them a little more volume. And I'll shade the ears too, very lightly on the top and darker on the bottom. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know if you want to see more of these longer ones. I'm happy to make them for you. And thank you so much for your support. I do appreciate all of your likes, comments, shares, and saves, and all the ways you do support me. I'll see you in the next one.